Coming up next on Temple Update, spring fling turned deadly last Wednesday when a 19-year-old Westchester student fell from a roof. We have a follow-up to the story.
Plus, Temple students were at the Boston Marathon to treat blisters and fractures, but wound up doing much more. Kate Lavender is live at the School of Podiatric Medicine. Hello, I'm Chase Sr.
And I'm Megan McNerney. Temple Update is next. Hello and welcome to Temple Update. I'm Megan McNerney.
And I'm Chase Sr. We begin with Campus Safety's response to the accident that claimed the life of a young woman who fell from the rooftop of an off-campus house during a post-spring fling party. Temple University's Spring Fling is known as a day of fun, food, and events. But what has many people talking this year is about the tragic incident that occurred hours after Spring Fling officially came to an end. A 19-year-old Westchester University student, Allie Fosnot, fell to her death last Wednesday evening from the third floor of a row house on North 18th Street. Police say as many as 40 people were partying on the roof when Fosnot tripped over a 10-inch ledge. This has many students wondering about the future of Spring Fling and any plans to review safety policies.
And joining us now is Update's Corinne Simmons. Corinne, you have the latest on Temple's response to this incident.
Yes, I do. Thanks, Megan. I spoke with the Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Stephanie Ives, who says the university is discussing the possibility of certain consequences Temple may face in lieu of the incident.
It would be irresponsible and disrespectful to the student to not take a look at our environment. And while no decisions have been made at this point, there are conversations happening at every level about Spring Fling and about how to move forward.
Before the university can move forward, understanding current weaknesses will be necessary. Defining campus boundaries has been an ongoing issue the university faces. Current student body president David Lopez explains the complications campus safety services endure when dealing with a large student population living off campus.
It comes down to a few different factors, one of which is the presence of security. And we're in that difficult area because the campus police only have jurisdiction over a certain area, and then it kind of falls back on the Philadelphia Police Department.
The university released a statement to us regarding their current efforts to better protect students living off campus. The statement reads, "We know that Temple area landlords are working to address the issue of rooftop access and to warn students about the dangers. They've been advised to report incidents of students on rooftops to the Philadelphia Police." One initiative student government would like to emphasize is the actual meaning behind the campus-wide event.
Students put in so much work, they put in so much effort, they're working nonstop at this university. We all have great career paths that we're headed down, but sometimes it's great to just relax a little bit and enjoy yourself and be around this campus and see all of what Temple has to offer.
Another thing student government is advised to be mindful of is your surroundings and responsibilities throughout the entire year, not just Spring Fling.
That's true. You always have to watch out. It's truly a tragedy. We offer our condolences to everyone involved.
Yes. Thanks, Corinne. A Temple School of Podiatry professor and his students who found themselves at the scene of the April 15th bombing were honored at the Wells Fargo Center Tuesday evening during the Flyers game. Dr. Howard Palamarchuk and students were at the marathon to help treat runners' injuries. The Flyers showed their support by giving the professor and students jerseys with Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine on the back. The Flyers also raised over $42,000 for the victims of the Boston bombings. And now joining us live at the School of Podiatric Medicine is Kate Lavender.
Hi, Kate. You got to speak with the professor. What did he have to say?
Hello, Megan and Chase. I'm live at the Temple University School of Podiatric Medicine, where I spoke with Dr. Palamarchuk. For the past 28 years, he has taken his top 10 podiatry students to the Boston Marathon for fun and training. But the highlight of the semester turned into horror when a bomb exploded near where the Temple crew was set up. Dr. Palamarchuk told me that the most shocking part of the experience was seeing a festive environment of happy, healthy runners turn into misery.
In my head, I thought this is 9/11.
The first Boston Marathon bomb exploded about 100 yards away from the tent where Dr. Howard Palamarchuk and his Temple University sports medicine students were stationed. At first, Palamarchuk thought it was an industrial accident, but fear quickly set in.
You heard one bomb, then the second, and you're almost bracing yourself for the third.
Podiatry student Matt Rementer has worked at marathons in the past and was not expecting to treat more than blisters and ankle sprains.
It was very surreal. It was like a war zone. We keep talking about it. It was very much like a war zone. Walking back, just seeing all these different things, hearing all these different stories about more bombs being found, and then hearing that possibly a third bomb went off.
Palamarchuk describes the front line.
Those that are able to walk are shredded. I mean, their clothes are shredded. There's blood pouring out of different, I don't know if that's a bad word, but there's blood coming out of different areas of their body.
Dr. Palamarchuk and Rementer say not a second was wasted. The volunteers and medics all came together to help. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Kate. Temple University and the Red Cross hosted a blood drive at the Hillel on Wednesday. Participants gathered at the Jewish Center to donate blood for a good cause. Walk-ins were allowed, but many registered online. This is one of many blood drives the university offers throughout the semester.
Alumni Weekend started off with a big swing and a home run at Citizens Bank Park this past weekend. Allie Bristow has more.
Ballpark on Friday, April 19th, to watch the Phils take on National League rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals.
For the third year, the Temple University Alumni Association is sponsoring Alumni Weekend. It takes place every April, and this year we have over 40 events that are taking place on multiple campuses that are designed to bring students and alumni together.
The reception took place between 5 p.m. and the first pitch at 7:05. Alumni shared what being a Temple Owl means to them.
When I was at Temple, I had a work-study grant, landed a job in the district attorney's office, and it paved the way for my career. So everything I've done is as a result of being at Temple.
I'm proud to be a Temple grad because I learned my craft very well there, and they have a good reputation, and they've done wonders with the campus.
It brings a lot of culture, science, and learning to the city of Philadelphia.
Grads described some of their fondest memories and their excitement for Alumni Weekend.
My dad, he'll start taking me to games before I could walk, and I've been a diehard ever since. And I'll be cheering White Day tomorrow. From an educational standpoint, I thought Temple was terrific. My wife has her master's from Temple. My son graduated from law school. So we're a Temple family.
The best way to understand Temple made is to see it in action. One thing's for sure, these former Owls are definitely Temple made. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Allie Bristow.
And continuing with Alumni Weekend, Temple's class of 2003 flew back to the nest for their 10-year reunion. The alumni spent their Saturday night dancing, laughing, and reuniting with friends they have not seen in a decade. President Neil Theobald also made an appearance where he talked to alumni about their Temple University experience. Together, the class donated more than $70,000 to the university.
We're now joined by Chris Turner, who has information on Wall Street making its way to Temple.
Thanks a lot, Chase. Wall Street isn't just located in New York anymore. The faculty at Temple's Alter Hall have designed a realistic fund to put upperclassmen into a similar working environment within the classroom.
Students at the Fox School of Business are making the most out of the economy. Thanks in part to donations from former school dean William C. Dunkelberg, students manage real money through the OUT Fund. Professor Jonathan Scott was part of the fund's startup.
The dean wanted to have a student-managed investment fund that could be domiciled in what's called our capital markets room.
Students are split up in the 6 sectors mimicking the S&P 500. Cindy Axelrod was recently hired as director of the OUT Fund and is very optimistic about its progress.
What I've told the students is that every single day a particular stock needs to earn the right to be in the portfolio. And we have had instances that the stocks have not earned their right to maintain their position, and we have sold them. So have we kept up with the S&P 500 with our benchmark? No. Have we learned an awful lot along the way? Absolutely.
By dealing with real money, students are more serious about taking risks and more thorough with their analysis. This has given students like Jonathan Boyer internship-type experience while in the school.
What I want to do when I graduate, equity research. So being able to do it now and getting a lot of the speakers and experience to write these reports and learn from some of the older guys is great.
In the Capital Market Room, students like Dharmesh Patel use state-of-the-art investment software and monitor Bloomberg terminals in order to keep track of the fund's investments. Benjamin Budenstein works with analysis from different sectors within the fund.
We have a few students from outside of the business school who are econ majors, and they'll come in and work on that sector. We also have a few mathematics majors who come in and work on just quantitative analysis.
Currently, the ALF Fund has a goal of $200,000 in order to help establish a scholarship in the name of the founder and first director of Temple's Real Estate Institute, Jay Lamont. A mock fund called the Fox Fund is used by underclassmen to prepare themselves for the classes with the ALF Fund and is also available to all students within the university.
Now, $200,000 is certainly a tall task, but it would be really interesting to see the ALF Fund reach its goal.
Yes, it would. Yes.
Definitely, that's great. Thank you, Chris. And with graduation only a few weeks away, it's time to pick up your caps and gowns for the big day. The Office of Sustainability is offering a refreshing deal to graduates who recycle their gowns after graduation by rewarding participants with a free drink ticket for Morgan's Pier. There will be an event to celebrate the class of 2013 on Thursday, May 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the pier.
For those of you that did not know, Earth Day was on Monday. Updates: Will Fitch headed down to Penn Treaty Park while volunteers donated their time to celebrate.
It was a windy afternoon in Penn Treaty Park as the second most famous statue of William Penn stared blankly at a group of diligent Earth Day volunteers. Choosing to spend their Monday with gardening tools in their gloved hands, these dedicated men and women worked hard to commemorate the 44th birthday of Earth Day.
Yeah, every Earth Day we try to mobilize volunteers to do something like this. Today we have some volunteers from Subaru and from the community who are getting together to green the neighborhood, do some weeding, planting flowers.
In between pruning thorns, I caught up with Kathleen Landry, who was more than happy to lend a hand.
So that seemed to be a nice way to spend Earth Day and accomplish something small. So it's a way of giving back to the community.
Subaru employees at the event had a passion for preservation.
Every year we do a big festival with Greens Grow, and it's one of the organizations in the community that we like to support.
The organizers of the Earth Day event, Greens Grow Farms, located in scenic Kensington, Philadelphia, operate a farmstead that's open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturdays. From its humble beginnings as a lettuce garden, Greens Grow Farms has become a model of urban agriculture. And to all you viewers out there feeling down in the dumps about missing Earth Day, I've got some good news. So long as the Earth is still around, Greens Grow Farms is always looking for more volunteers next Earth Day. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Will Fitch.
Thanks, Will. Still to come on Temple Update, families left their worries on land as they set sail on the Spirit of Philadelphia for the 11th annual Family Fun Day Cruise.
That's right, and a Philadelphia skyscraper is now the world's largest video game. We'll take you to the 29-story Circus Center building where the game is on display for Philly Tech Week.
And I'm Dan Marcel. The weather's been flip-flopping on us for the past few weeks, but it's not flip-flops yet. I'll tell you when it's going to get warmer, plus the 5-day forecast coming up.
And Simone Cugarulo will be at the sports desk with a look at the football team's cherry and white game.
Don't go anywhere. Temple Update will be back in 90 seconds.